I've seen a lot in my years as a medical laboratory technician, blood that clots in seconds, urine that glows, and even tissue samples with things growing on them that shouldn't exist. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for what happened on a rainy Thursday in November. We were short-staffed that day, which wasn't unusual. Power had flickered on and off all morning. My shift had just started when a nurse burst into the lab, drenched from the rain, holding a sealed biohazard bag like it was a time bomb. "This needs to be processed immediately," she said, almost whispering. "Emergency surgery is in 20 minutes. I took the bag and peeked inside. What I saw made me freeze. Inside the bag was a small, clear jar. It looked like a routine surgical specimen, until I noticed it was moving. Yes, moving. It wasn't twitching like a spasm of dead tissue or the usual post-removal activity. No, this was pulsing. Like it was alive. Like it had a rhythm of its own. I tried to play it cool. "What organ is this?" The nurse looked away. "Appendix," she muttered, but I wasn't convinced. I set it on the counter and called over my colleague, Ben, who had worked in the lab for over a decade. The moment he saw it, he backed away. "That's no appendix," he whispered. "That looks like an eye." I laughed nervously. "An eye? In a specimen jar? That's impossible." Ben didn't laugh. "I've seen parasitic twins. I've seen downward cysts with teeth and hair, but never anything like this." We decided to log it, label it, and prepare it for pathology. But as I reached for the formalin, the pulsing stopped. And then, something shifted inside the jar. I leaned in, and for a brief second I swear I saw what looked like a pupil. I jumped back, knocking over a tray of blood tubes. "Did you see that?" I shouted. Ben just stared. "I saw it." The lights flickered again. We didn't say a word, but we moved the jar to the far end of the storage rack and closed the lid tighter than usual. Neither of us could explain it. Maybe it was a trick of the light. Maybe we were just tired. Or maybe it was something more. Later that day, the surgeon who'd requested the urgent analysis came in. "Did the sample arrive?" he asked. I nodded slowly. "Yes. But what exactly was that?" He hesitated. "We're not entirely sure. The patient had abdominal pain for weeks. Imaging showed a mass, but when we went in, it wasn't a tumor. It looked like a cyst, but it had vascular structure. Something embryonic. We thought it might be a teratoma." That made sense. Teratomas can contain all sorts of strange tissue, hair, bone, even eye-like structures. But this one felt different. I logged the case and filed it away. But for weeks, I couldn't stop thinking about that specimen, about how it moved, how it seemed to look back at me. A month later, I ran into the surgeon again. "Hey," I asked, trying to sound casual, "whatever happened with that bizarre specimen?" He looked confused. "What specimen?" "The one from last month. Emergency surgery. The mass with," he cut me off. "We never sent a sample to the lab. The tissue disintegrated on the table before we could preserve it. That surgery was aborted." I stared at him. "What?" I said. He shrugged. "You must be thinking of another case." But I wasn't. Ben wasn't either. And the logbook still had the entry, Room 2, 10:42 a.m. Specimen, unidentified mass. Possible teratoma. But when I checked the storage rack, the jar was gone. No record of transfer. No record of disposal. Just gone. To this day, Ben and I don't talk about it. But sometimes, when I'm alone in the lab and the lights flicker, I glance over my shoulder and wonder if whatever that was, whatever we handled, was really a sample at all. Or something that was never meant to be dissected. If that story gave you chills, imagine what else goes on behind the scenes in the lab. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Hospital Whisperers for more real, bizarre, and spine-tingling stories from the medical world. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a confession. And hey, share this with a friend who loves medical mysteries. They'll thank you later. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever seen or experienced something strange in a hospital? What do you think was inside that jar? Do you believe some things are better left unexplained? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'm reading all of them. Let's talk.